And another of our stage will be, guys, when we will be searching for the users, for example, want to check are we allowed to add him as a friend or are we allowed to follow him. So this is what we will do, guys. Okay, so we are going to the Xcode. And one more thing, guys. Let's now also go to our PHP development environment. For users, we'll have to implement some feature there. Okay, I'll show you now. We are heading to the access.php, that is the file. And here we have select users function, select users, that is the one, that is the function. Okay, as you see here, we're selecting ID, email, first name, last name, birthday, gender, avatar, cover, bio, etc. Okay, here we will add the following: users.allow underscore friends. This is the exact name as the name of the column in the database, allow friends, comma, then break users.allow underscore follow and comma. Okay, so we will now return these values as well. Okay, so then we have a friends.php here where we are searching. It must be here somewhere. That is the one, search. Okay, so in this variable will be stored all of this information. Okay, so what we will do now, we're going to the Xcode, we're going to the function which called search user, and here we'll just print JSON in order to be sure that this information about the user's privacy settings is thrown back. Okay, I'll search for the Bradley. Here we go. Here we have allow friends and allow follow is 0, 0. Very good. Okay, so this is what we will do now. And to do this, we will go to the get and we'll go to the guest view controller. Here we'll create two new more parameters: var allow underscore friends equals to let's, if you want, you can make a string. Then we have var allow underscore follow equals to string as well. Then we are coming back to the friends view controller where we will, I remove this print out. Then we're going to the function which called prepare for segue, that is the one. Here, after the friendship status, we'll pass the privacy settings value. So guest vc dot allow friends equals to not requested ones. Here for the searched ones. Here we'll create a new variable after the bio. Let allow underscore friends equals to searched users, search user open and close square brackets, then write index path row, then another square brackets, and we're accessing here the value allow underscore friends, and we'll cast it as being a string. Very good. So then we'll create a new variable which is allow underscore follow equals to searched users, then in the square brackets index path dot row, then coming out from the square brackets, then in new square brackets, and then in the quotation marks we'll run allow underscore follow as string. Very good. Let's pass it to the guest vc dot allow friends equals to allow friends. Very simple. Then guest vc dot allowed follow equals to allow follow. Very good. Then we're coming back to our guest view controller. Here in the load user function, we will write over here, we will implement the manipulation of our buttons, which is add for user. Okay, here we'll write if allow friends equals, let's say 0, means do not allow anyone to add me as a friend. Then friend button dot is enabled equals false. And then we have another if statement. If allow follow equals 0, then open curly brackets, right here friend button is enabled equals false. Oops, here must be follow button, guys, sorry. Follow button equals false. Here we are manipulating buttons based on the privacy settings of the user, of the guest user. Okay. So this is how it works, guys. So this is how we can, if you want to make a button, let's say half visible, you can play with the opacity as well. Okay, let's check that one now. I'll search now for the Bradley Cooper who is not allowing. Oops, the app crashes. Yes, guys, we need to access it as being an integer, here integer and here integer as well. Then we are going to the guest VC, and that one we're converting to integer. That one is integer as well. And here we're removing quotation marks and we're just making it directly equal. So it's building. Okay. I'll search for Bradley Cooper now. So as you see his privacy settings, he doesn't want to allow anyone to follow or add him as a friend. That is really superb, guys. That is really amazing. Daniel Craig is the same, and we'll try to change the settings of the certain users. Okay, users. First of all, Daniel Craig, he is a James Bond, so he doesn't have a friends, but he doesn't mind to allow people to follow him. Then we have a Samuel L. Jackson, who is a very social person and he wants to be a friend of everyone. Okay, let's now check it out. So I will search for the Daniel Craig, so he's allowing to follow people but no users. Then we'll search for the Samuel L. Jackson. He's allowing everyone to follow him. That's really great, guys. Here we're requesting him to allow follow him. So this is, guys, how it works. That is really superb. And this is how we are disabling the buttons. Means the person doesn't want us to follow him. So if you want, you can play with so many stuff. Let's say to load posts only. Let's say if user allowing people to view his posts, etc., etc. So it's endless how you can implement these settings. So this is how, guys, we can learn implementing the settings of the privacy of the account, which is really superb, guys. My congratulations to you. You have done the extreme job. It's really amazing, guys. Congrats.